Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome back to another episode of the officially Unhinged podcast. I'm your host, Big Tony.
I'm Yoda.
And today we're going to dive into a little bit of sports talk. We are now in the heart of playoff season in the NFL, and we got 4 very big games coming up this week.
4 very big games.
Yes.
What are the games?
Let's see, we have the Bills versus the Ravens, which I believe is the biggest one this week.
Okay.
The Chiefs versus the Texans, after the Texans just knocked out the Chargers.
Okay. Oh, I'm on top of it. Do you need them?
Yeah. I'm not sure who the NFC teams are facing. I think I want to say it's the Lions and the Commanders, and then the Eagles and the Rams.
It is. Nice job.
I was trying to remember which teams won the NFC games.
Ones that won the what?
Which teams won the NFC games?
The NFC games.
Because football, our National Football League is divided into 2 conferences, the AFC and the NFC. And then each of those conferences are subdivided into North, South, East, and West.
The teams that won the NFC games are the Philadelphia Eagles,
Yep.
Washington Commanders,
Yeah.
and Los Angeles Rams.
That was a big shocker to me because,
Against the Vikings.
yeah, the Vikings were 15-2 this season, I believe. So to win that game is nothing short of a shock to me. But I think their miracle run ends with the Eagles.
I really haven't been watching football because, here where Big Tony and Yoda live, we follow the Patriots, and we don't really need to get into that. So, do you have a team that you want to win?
I have a team that I don't want to win, and I'm specifically watching every football game to see who I think has the best chance of knocking this team out. And I've voiced my opinion numerous times on this podcast.
Jerry. I'm sorry to interrupt you, Big Tony. But Jerry, I need a stopwatch, stop clock. Please and thank you. You were saying?
There's one team
Cameraman Jerry.
I have numerous complaints about. And if they hadn't had dubious circumstances all year, they would already be gone. They would already be eliminated. We wouldn't even be talking about them. But because the NFL has a weird relationship with this team in particular, the Kansas City Chiefs find themselves with the #1 overall seed.
So is that the team that you're rooting for?
No, that's the team I want to lose.
What's the team that you're rooting for?
I have a couple. From the AFC, I want to see the Ravens get there. From the NFC, I want to see the Lions get there. Because the Lions have been an absolute poverty franchise. So it's a very good comeback story to see them go from being the first 0-16 team to now being in a playoff spot. In a very good playoff spot at that.
Did you play football?
Oh yeah, high school.
What position?
D tackle and center, and I loved every minute of it.
Who's playing right now for the Patriots? Those positions.
D tackle, we have Dietrich Wise as one of the tackles. I forget who the other one is. Yeah, it'll come to me. And then our center is David Andrews.
Never heard of him.
Yeah, no one really knows about the lineman.
Sad, isn't it?
Very sad.
They put in all this work. I mean, I would assume they're putting in equally proportionally the amount of work that everyone else is because they're serving as part of the team.
A good line can very easily make or break a team.
I'm gonna have to figure out how to blur that out. It just felt so pure and natural to smell it that I didn't even notice it. Did you?
I noticed something was there. I just didn't think that's what it was. But yeah, very easily can a line make or break an NFL team. We've seen it with the Patriots. Their offensive line has been basically Swiss cheese. And with that, if we had a better O-line, we would be a playoff team.
Let's get serious.
He's throwing the Crocs off.
I'm just waiting for the comment every day. Every single time. So, episode 3 will get... Is that in the shot? Probably not. Episode 3, will be out... What's today? Sunday night, because cameraman Jerry is helping Yoda. Like Star Wars and Czech combined.
Yeah. So at the time of filming, this is the divisional round of the playoffs. But by the time this episode is out, it'll probably be conference championships.
Next week, we're going to shoot 4K. Someone left a comment saying if I could have got a better shot of the mozzarella sticks.
Yeah.
Juices. And, well, we could shoot in 4K. We also open up the window to your right, and there's a lot of natural light. We got a lot of other light going, too, so you let us know. You let us know next week.
All right.
That brings us to what we're trying today. So
today, we have another food review.
We're pretty much every week, Big Tony's always going to be diving it right away.
Oh, yeah.
Followed by our cameraman intern of the week and me. So, before we got to get the shot for the camera, go for it.
Camera always eats first.
Yeah.
Oh, this is thin.
Are you a fan of thin crust pizza, or do you
Yeah.
like thick?
I'm a big fan of thinner crust, if you ask me.
Good.
Camera eats first, Big Tony eats second. Oh, yeah.
How we feeling, Big Tony?
Big Tony like.
Good. Give
Yeah,
me
this
give
is
me a bite
thin.
of that. Give me a bite of that crust.
Nice and crispy.
Good. Good. Okay. Rate the crust, then rate the pizza. With the topping, which is sausage.
Crust, I would give a 7.5.
7.5. Pizza? Remember those sauce, cheese, everything total.
I give it a 7.2.
Okay.
It's not a bad pizza. But are there better pizzas? Infinitely. I think you and I have actually shared a much better pizza.
Where? Oh, Frank Pepe's.
Yes.
Yeah, Frank Pepe's. It's good. Cameron. Jerry. Haven't you been to Frank Pepe's?
We gotta go.
Where is it?
They got one in Chestnut Hill.
Gotta bleep that out.
I don't know if you do.
I don't want people to know where I live. You know what someone... Okay, you know what someone left on my cooking channel as a comment? Someone literally commented, facial recognition tech, question mark. Like, I'm not dealing with you creeps. I like dealing with you nice people.
Are you sure they weren't asking that as like a...
I think it's just a translation thing,
Nah.
but I'm not gonna be like pondering that.
Yeah, but that said, they don't know where in the area we are.
Yeah, how many Chestnut Hills are there?
I don't think there's many. Like, they'll be able to narrow down the state, but...
Cameron Jerry, would you like a piece of pizza?
Sure.
Dive
Did they
in,
not
brother.
give us plates?
No, they didn't.
And my dumbass didn't get us plates either.
Nah, don't worry about it. Just dive in.
Give you a nice big piece right here, Jerry.
Oh, yeah. Get in there.
Oh yeah. Okay. So anything else that you want to share about sports, or we got a lot potentially to talk about today. So anything else about sports, or are we diving into something else?
I'll give you my predictions for what I think happens for the games this week.
Okay.
Reluctantly and with a heavy heart, I do think the Chiefs pull some bullshit like they have the rest of the regular season. They pull some miracle bullshit out of their ass and win this game against the Texans. The most interesting game of this week, which if they weren't both in the AFC, I see as a potential Super Bowl matchup. The Ravens and the Bills. That, I think will be close. I think it'll be high scoring, but I would like to see the Ravens win that one. But that one genuinely could go either way. It is in Buffalo, so that could also play a factor. But I really do see that one going either way. My only hope is that whoever wins that doesn't choke against the goddamn Chiefs.
Have you been to a football game?
Oh, yeah.
Professional?
Yep. I actually just went a couple months ago to the Pats game.
Who are they facing?
I think they were facing the Jets. And funny enough, that was one of our 4 wins this season.
Okay. Did you eat any food there?
Yeah, I had a sausage there. Sausage, peppers, onions.
Okay, while we're on this topic, Big Tony,
Yes.
if I had $1 billion and I could get whatever I wanted to bring today, maybe that might be a new thing that we do. If I had $1 billion, what I would have brought today versus what I didn't bring today. I would have probably put sauce, like ideally without overkilling it, what would have you wanted on this? Sausage, mushroom, peppers, onions?
I'm not a huge peppers guy,
Okay.
funny enough.
I'm gonna have to make a list because if I bring over once a week, then.
I do love buffalo chicken. I love barbecue chicken.
I was thinking about making a buffalo chicken pizza.
That actually sounds pretty fucking gas.
And the the Yoda way.
But yeah, that does sound pretty gas. You dive into this yet? Get in there. Oh, you got a cough drop, don't you?
It would be a second.
Yeah, give that a minute. In the meantime, I'm taking another one.
Oh, absolutely. Dive into it. So, okay. A lot has probably happened this week. The last 7 days, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
TikTok is potentially getting banned with a lot of chronic social media users. But the bridge in between that are platforms, right? Is it TikTok that's the platform? Yes. But a bunch of users are on this platform, and the users are defined by the algorithms that are promoting all the videos. So really, in a way, I don't know how much it's the platform I care about. It's more the users along with the platform's algorithms that are actually the problem rather than the platform. But in this case, because of China.
China.
Patreon, Patreon, Patreon,
It came from...
Patreon.
I love doing that.
because of them, it's not just the TikTok's algorithms, which those are bad too. It's also TikTok's association with the Chinese government. But that's all I'll say about that, Big Tony.
But weirdly enough, with TikTok being banned, a lot of users are jumping ship to an actual Chinese-owned alternative called Red Note.
Yeah, you were talking about, I don't really know too much about that. Tell me.
That I also don't know too much about either, but they honestly have more restrictions because they are specifically Chinese-run, whereas China owned the parent company that owns TikTok, but they don't have much jurisdiction over TikTok itself. They pretty much just own the data.
Okay.
So you can't, on Red Note, you can't really talk about politics. I doubt you could talk about capitalism, things like that. There's a lot more things you can't say, which I think people are going to find out the hard way. But I think a lot of people are going to end up jumping ship over to Instagram Reels.
If I had $1 billion,
Would you buy TikTok?
no. What would my lottery purchases be as Big Tony? You ever see Shameless? You ever see season 5 or 6 of Shameless with White Boy Carl?
I haven't seen that.
Jerry? I'll put a picture right here. What would your White Boy Tony moment be?
I would get 2 Supreme money guns. Just
Can't put that
blast
on
those
YouTube.
things.
I can't put that on.
I think you might actually be able to.
Yeah. I'll try to draw out the gun in forms of like the word Patreon. Like I can't.
Well, because it's not in like the typical shape of a gun.
Okay. Oh yeah, you're right. You're
Yeah,
right.
you've seen a money. It's like a money cannon. It shoots out dollar bills. So I'll just have a moment where I have hundreds stacked into it and just have both of them going off at the same time. But what I want to know is what some of the most outrageous things you would buy are.
Okay, so I own a lot of jewelry, or a good amount, and I always wonder if I should wear it. And I don't, for various reasons. But if I actually won the lottery, I would want to buy a lot of jewelry.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would, just because I feel that jewelry is something you should earn over time with, like, not cheating your way through life, like gambling your way through life. It should be money that you earn yourself with hard blood, sweat, and tears. That you rap for, maybe, right? Like if you're drop me so you knew rather be, right?
Yeah.
Oh man, great song.
Very good song.
Very
Rather
good
Be
song.
by Big Tony on Spotify, iTunes, everywhere you get music.
Maybe I could remix it and have it go as background. I want to get that song going.
I would like to see more streams on there as well. There is another song on that album, Poetry in Motion, that I've been very fond of lately. But every time there's an outrageous lottery that comes around, like $1 billion lottery, I think of my logical purchases, like houses, cars, stocks, things like that. And then I start to dive into the outrageous purchases I would make. Like, I would definitely build a new house, but in that house, I'm building a throne room. I'm building a throne room, I'm getting a crown, and I will be King Big Tony.
King Big Tony.
Yes.
rather than Captain Big Tony.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm getting the whole ensemble, like robe, scepter, all of that.
If you buy Discord Nitro and excuse me, and put Discord Nitro on my server to be the 5th person that does it, I'll make you King Big Tony.
Yay. But that's one purchase I would make. I would honestly see if I could be like partial owner of a roller coaster. Or even like full owner.
What? Imagine owning a roller coaster.
Yeah.
Okay, that would be... Excuse you, Jerry.
Jerry.
That would be something very interesting to me. To own, like, a house, and instead of, like, there being, like, a traditional roller coaster, it just shoots you off to, like, your second house. And what? Like, imagine an underground railroad with a roller coaster. Imagine, like, that.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Minecraft
what it
style.
is, right? That's what it is. Jerry? That's what it is, right? Like,
Underground railroad.
yeah, like, I don't... What else would I call it?
Yeah, that'd be sweet.
Yeah.